Let's do some Q&A, man. All right. So we talking barbecue, and this is social media, two of the most opinionated platforms in the world. Everybody's got an opinion about ways to do barbecue. I get a lot of questions about barbecue, so I figured with this Q&A series, we'll be able to tackle a lot of those questions, as well as maybe be a resource for up-and-coming folks in the barbecue game. So, question number one, what are the benefits to hot and fast cooking? I'm gonna give you the pros and cons, for me, the pros and cons for hot and fast and for low and slow. So let's jump right in. When it comes to hot and fast, man, of course it's gonna save you some time. You're gonna get some real good colors, some charring, some, you know what I mean, some real good reactions from the meat. There are certain proteins that I like to do hot and fast. Some of those might be anything really pork, a lot of pork. So ribs, I don't mind doing hot and fast. Pork shoulder, I don't mind doing hot and fast. Chicken, I love doing chicken at a higher temperature just because the skin get a little more crispy. And I really like to not overcook my breast of chicken, but I really like to take the heat up on my dark meat, them thighs, things like that. So drumsticks too. I just feel like they got better flavor when you cook them, you know, above 170. I go, you know, 175, 180. So that's the pros of hot and fast. Save on time, get some really good flavors, some colors, some charring, all that good stuff. Now with low and slow, it's the opposite, of course. You know, it's gonna take you a whole lot longer of a time, but you are gonna get, you know, more tender results. If you're trying to do something like beef, like brisket, I always tell folks, just go low and slow. I have done hot and fast briskets. They came out all right, just not as good as the low and slow brisket. Like that's just hard to beat. Ribs, I prefer my ribs in the sweet spot between low and slow and hot and fast. Experiment with some of this stuff, man. See what y'all like. Another pro about low and slow is that you're gonna get a lot more smoke flavor because the meat and the proteins and stuff that you're cooking, they're spending more time in the smoke, better smoke flavor. What else we got? What's the knock on pellet grills? I don't know what the knock on pellet grills is, man. I got a pellet grill. I cook on it a lot. I smoke on it a lot. I finish a lot of stuff on there. You know what I mean? If I'm jammed up on time or something and I'm cooking a brisket, I might already be 8 hours in. I can cut that bad boy on, transition my meat from the offset over to when I'm in the jam, over to the pellet grill and finish it off. Especially when I live in Arizona, it gets super hot in the summertime. I don't want to be out here, you know, 14, 16 hours. Sometimes I'll use the pellet grill in a pinch, or if I just got off work and I'm looking to, get dinner done real quick, I might use the pellet grill. So there's definitely a place for every different types of grills and all that good stuff. Best beginner smokers. I always tell folks the best smoker or grill to begin on is the one that you got on you. I definitely wouldn't tell somebody that's starting out, you know, to go get a 1,000 gallon, you know, custom built smoker. I would definitely say, you know, fumble around with some of these cheaper, more cost effective options. And then from there, you can find, you know, your style of barbecue and then build on from there. So kettle grills are always, you know, a good spot, a good sweet spot. Drum smokers are very easy to work with. And again, man, pellet grills, pellet smokers, those are good options. Consumer grade offset smokers, all that kind of good stuff. Get in there, get into something that don't, you know, break the bank. You can still learn how to get some good barbecue and some good flavors from there and then upgrade your setup. What's your favorite type of charcoal? I'll say lump charcoal is definitely up there for me. I love using lump charcoal when I'm cooking in the offset smoker. You know, I'll put some lump charcoal in there just to get my wood going, and then I'll just use hardwood throughout the cook. Or, you know what, if I'm running low on wood or I'm trying to be real conservative with it, I'll just roll with lump the whole way through. Love me some briquettes too. Shout out to Cowboy Charcoal. Briquettes are more consistent. They all the same shape. Definitely get a longer burn time out of them. Lump's gonna burn a lot hotter than your charcoal briquettes do. And when I say briquettes too, I'm saying natural hardwood briquettes. Don't go to, you know, don't go buy no bag that costs $8. That's probably not gonna be your best option. And then with lump charcoal, you get more of that hardwood, that natural flavor. So yeah, man, I like them all, down to the pellets too. I rock with pellets too. You know what I mean? It's fun to mix up your different wood types with your pellets and all that. You can buy different types, mix them together, come up with these crazy concoctions. You can start a cook. You can say, you know, for the first half of this cook, I'm gonna go with light, you know, something light like a fruit wood, and I'm gonna switch it on the back end or vice versa. I might start with something that's thicker and heavier, and then towards the tail end, use something lighter like a fruit wood. So that's kind of my ideal around, you know, best types of charcoal. I don't even know if that really answered your question, but it is what it is. I hope y'all enjoyed this, man. What I'm gonna do is, anytime I get questions or comments on social media or in my messages, I'm gonna save them, and then we're gonna go to YouTube. We're gonna sit down with the Trippy chair, and we're gonna answer these questions. With that being said, if it's your grill, it's your rules. If it's your food, it's your rules. And as always, it's done when it's done. Peace and love.